You could say I've been a little bit in denial regarding the autumn winter season being here, but today's temperature let me know that, oh, me and the girlies have to talk. The huns have to know what's on the lists to be bought because autumn is definitely here. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Rachel. Thank you for clicking today's video, whether it was the title or the thumbnail. I am glad you are here and I'm hoping you stick around. And we've got some bits to get into. I've been so in denial about autumn being here, but it is very much here. The temperature has dipped. And so I've got some pieces that I would say I've been adding to my wish list for some time now. But this time around, we're going to do it short and sweet because last time I was like, we were chit-chatting. Whereas this time I'm just going to show you what's in my wish list, and we are going to be looking at Asos today. Asos I feel like is one of the best places to shop. This is not sponsored, but again, if it was, you know, I wouldn't lie to you guys. And Asos, holla at your girl. But I think Asos is such a good place to shop just for the mere fact that you have a variation rather than, you know, shopping here, checking out there, shopping here, checking out there. You just get everything in one place. I mean, Asos is nothing new to us, so I don't need to get into that part. But I was saying that because I feel like I really enjoy shopping on the website because there are things that maybe I just wouldn't see, websites that maybe I just would never have gone on, brands that I haven't heard of, all of the above. I have added some bits to my list, and to be honest, these are pieces that I think would be nice in my wardrobe, but of course I cannot buy my whole wish list. But pieces that don't necessarily fit maybe the trends, although some of them very much do fall into that. They are just pieces that I think would be enjoyable in this season, bits that I think would work for you in your wardrobe, bits that I think would complement other items in your wardrobe. So that's basically what we're going to get into today. I have got my trusty phone with me, so I will do a screen recording and I will of course show you the model pictures and all of that stuff as we talk, and then make sure you check the description box as well to basically get all the information of the items I'm going through. And I will put a link of the wish list or the board, whichever one I can do for Asos. That will be in the description box as well. I'm sitting back at my desk and I feel so official. But yeah, I like the setup and I hope you guys don't mind. It's not too different from the other way I record, but yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I have over 100 items in my saved items, and to be fair, I did try and filter through this and just try and tidy up a little bit, but I will know when we get to the stage where I've shown you everything I wanted to show you guys. It's going to be a mix of accessories, clothes, shoes, all of the above, bags. Again, like I said, Asos is very much a one-stop shop, so we're going to make the most of that. First item I wanted to show you guys was actually something that I referred to in a recent video, which at this stage, I'm not sure if you would have seen already, but if you haven't, check out my recent videos and I'll put it in the cards for you here as well. I love this chain belt. I think it's just perfect way to add an accessory to an outfit that maybe you don't really have room to do so. Certain outfits as we get into the autumn winter are of course a lot more layered, a lot thicker, so on and so forth, and so I feel like belts, shoes and your general accessories is going to be the easiest way to add a bit more flair, add a bit more style and personality to your outfit. So I really liked this. Thought price point was okay as well. I'm definitely leaning back more into gold than silver. Although I thought about it the other day and I was like, actually, I think I change depending on the season, but we'll see. For now, I'm still rocking the gold and it kind of matches my hair, the aesthetic anyway. The next item that I wanted to show you guys is this check pleated mini skirt in blue. This I thought would be cute. If you've been on my channel already, you know this. I'm not typically a skirt girly, but I do have a handful in my wardrobe. The reason I liked this one though is because I could kind of foresee wearing this more underneath like a longer jumper, cardigan, that sort of vibe, kind of leaning towards the preppy aesthetic. So it wouldn't so much be that the skirt is the focus of the outfit. It could actually be just kind of peeking underneath like a jumper or something like that. Really, really cute with the tights, the loafers or the boots. You can kind of get the vision and the idea. So I did quite like this one, and I really like the color scheme as well. The blue and the brown I think works quite well. And you can see even in this styling here, they've kind of gone for that preppy sort of aesthetic as well. So I thought that was really cute, and so I added that to my list. These boots, because these boots on me for walking. I'm a boot girly through and through. Love boots, will always try and find a way to wear them in every and any season. And I liked these in particular because they're brown. And I thought about it, I was like, oh, I don't have brown boots. And of course, you do not need boots in every color, but if we're thinking tan, brown, black, and maybe cream or off-white, we're talking neutrals, we're talking basics that if you do wear something enough of, would be worth having different shades in. Did that make sense? I think so. So yeah, I saw these. The only thing I was a bit about is the fact that they are chunky. And I'm a UK shoe size 4, so that's a Euro 37. I have quite small feet for my height. I'm about 5'6", 5'7". And so some days, sometimes I don't want chunky, because chunky is effort. But I do like these. They're not overly chunky, and I do like the fact that they're, looks like there will be space in the calf area as well. I've got thicker calves, and so typically boots that kind of have that, you know, loose feel and vibe do not look like that on me unless they are wide enough to do so. But I say that to say I did like these. I thought maybe actually I'd go for a slightly lighter brown. I just need to brighten my screen. A slightly lighter brown, but I do like these. I think they're cute. I think this top is gorgeous. I think this top is gorgeous. Like, look at the colors. You've got the blues, you've got the brown, you've got the sort of white, black, grey. I know I've said already in some recent videos as well, if you are not familiar with the fact that the check sort of tartan print is going to be in this season, and we're going to be seeing it in items that you typically wouldn't. So that sort of print, I guess you'd expect to see more like scarves and maybe even skirts and outerwear, but it's definitely coming into just, what would you call it, just everyday apparel, actual clothing, not just outerwear. Selling fast. I always believe Asos when they say that, so I was like, ooh, I wonder what sizes are there. Okay, we still got sizes. And then it is a co-ord. Ooh, I'm not mad at the skirt. I don't think I would wear it as much. I do really like the fact that it has the slit. I think that makes a difference. But I was more so drawn to the top. I really, really love the top. I think that would be so cute with some denim, black jeans, brown. Yeah, it's a whole vibe. So that is very much in my list as well. And then when I'm thinking, well, it's not even so much when I'm thinking, when I'm looking at clothing at this stage of, you know, having shopped as much as I've shopped in the past and in the present, and just really understanding what works for my body and my wardrobe, I need things that give me a little bit something extra. And then when I saw these, I was like, do you know what? I appreciate the fact that you can cinch them in. So it's this really lovely deep wash of denim. You can see it's more of like a straighter leg, but it's like a loose straighter leg. I think it refers to it as baggy, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, baggy jeans with a cinch back in raw denim wash. And I love the fact that you can cinch it in. I was looking at a video that I did years ago now, and I realized some of my items I'm obviously a little bit bigger as I've kind of gotten into, like, you know, my woman body. But there are items where I'm like, oh, why did I get rid of that? And it's like, it just doesn't fit. And that in itself is quite wasteful, like getting to the stage where, you know, as your size fluctuates, you've got to get rid of stuff, keep stuff, so on and so forth. And my size doesn't fluctuate that much, but I'm saying all of this to say having clothing that is adjustable to some degree, of course it can't be everything, I just think is really, really beneficial, especially for bottoms. I feel like a lot of us, especially if you're curvier to any degree, you know how it is, how hard it is to find a good ratio of hips to, you know, to bum, to waist, all of that stuff. So just having something like this, which COS does really well actually, where you can like cinch in the inside of the waist, I just think makes a little bit of a difference. I love the wash. I love the fact that it's a darker denim. Again, very autumn winter coded. And yeah, I just saw that and I thought price point as well. I cannot complain really. These trousers, now for me, if I'm honest, this is an item I would purchase solely off the fact that I do have a decent range of bottoms already. So buying something like this is more of like a fun statement item, something that, you know, if I want to jazz it up a little bit, I would wear. I love these. I love how flowy they are. I just love the print. I've said many times on my channel that for me, when it comes to animal prints, I definitely lean towards a cooler sort of tone. I just think it works better for my palette. I think it works better for my wardrobe. And so I saw this and I said, oh, this is cute. Now the thing is with an item like this is obviously very bold, it's very loud. So you kind of have to let the item do the talking. But I just thought I like the way it flows. It looks like it's a good length as well. And it's so wide to the point where it actually almost looks like a skirt, and circle skirts and fuller skirts are still very much in season right now. And so yeah, I just really, really liked it. And I said, okay, that one can sit in the basket or in my wish list for a little bit and I'll think about it. Speaking of full skirts and maxi skirts, this Topshop piece is another one that kind of leans into that. Again, the blue and brown is definitely a combination I'm seeing a lot of. And this looks like it has almost like a layer of chiffon, and then you've got the lining underneath. Very, very cute, very much a statement skirt. I added this more so because I was like, one of you guys might like it. It's not so much something I would wear, I don't think. If I had sort of like unlimited funds, unlimited space, it's something I would purchase solely off the fact that I could and would wear at some stage. But as I am now, I wouldn't get enough wear out of it. Not at this stage, maybe not in this season as well, but I still really liked it and I thought it was cute. Weekday for me is probably one of the brands on Asos that I love the most. Again, if I think quality wise, it leans more into like cause, that you can just expect a certain level of quality when you purchase their items. At least that's been my experience with them so far. And so when I saw this cardigan, I was just like, ooh, I like. And something they do really well is they tend to have longer sleeves, which I just appreciate. You guys know I've said it on my channel so many times. And they do have different colors. So they've got the gray, which I just saw was on sale. And you've got this sort of, it calls it light mauve, kind of like a beigey taupe. Ciao. Anyway, but I like the green. Green, yellow and blue. I think I said in one of my recent ASOS videos as well, I've just been loving those colors in different hues, shades and tones. But I really, really like this green. It's dark enough for it to work with the rest of my neutrals and my wardrobe, but it's light enough for that color to still kind of shine through. So yeah, I already knew the quality was going to be on point. It says it's wool, which, how much wool is in there? 31% wool, which is decent. At least it'll give you some warmth, but the rest is polyester, so just bear that in mind. I typically buy another pair of slippers like this pretty much every autumn winter season, because I get cold feet. I get cold quite easily, but then I get warm. Anyway, it's the whole thing. But these, I just thought, you know, they were really cute. I've done the Uggs and I had to switch them out after like, what, a year or two, which is still okay, but price point compared to this, I just thought this makes a bit more sense. So I thought these were really, really cute. You can see they're fluffy, just nice and comfy for the loungy days, you know. I was just about to say Christmas, and Christmas is very much around the corner. I don't know about you guys, but I love Christmas. But I'm trying not to, you know, be too premature with the excitement and just getting ready. So yeah, there's that. Another item that caught my eye, see what I mean about green, but slightly different tone, well, slightly, very different tone. This is referred to as an apple green. Is sheer, which I thought was lovely, but it's not overtly sheer. As we get into autumn, winter, of course, that's going to be something that might need to chill for a second as it gets cold, but obviously layering is a thing. I just really like this. Again, the contrast with the blue if you're going to wear it with denim, but I thought this could also really be nice with grey. So yeah, the fit, the sort of like almost straight neckline, I just thought it was a really nice piece. I love what it looks, or how it looks like it would fit, at least what I expected to fit like. And even with the model's outfit, I love the pointed shoes. You've got the loose denim, very just much my vibe, very, very much my vibe. But yeah, I thought that was cute as well. And another item that's selling fast allegedly, so if you want it, get it. These shoes, I have had my eyes on loafers like this for a minute. Only thing that's stopping me from these are the ratings. ASOS, I think, does really well with reviews, like the customer reviews. So to be honest, I'm the sort of person that will actually read what people say, because sometimes they be giving it 1 star for the wickedest reason. But yeah, the general point is, I think I've got another pair that I will show you guys shortly. I really want brown loafers. I just think it's very studious. It's just the aesthetic that I think will work for my wardrobe, and it's something I'll get a lot of wear out of. It kind of helps me transition, I guess, from my Mary Janes and my sort of lighter shoes, lighter material that is, as we get into autumn winter season. So yeah, I've added this to the basket as well. This blazer, honeys. Okay, I think there's a few blazers we're about to get into. Yeah, all right, cool. You guys know I love tailored items. I love the cinched waist. I love shoulder padding. Give me structure, give me silhouette. You already know the vibe, you know the mood. I saw this, and this really reminds me of a blazer that I've seen in the brand Align. And I just love the neckline, very open, very square. It cinches in at the waist still, then you kind of almost got like these bell sleeves. I just think it's really flattering, at least for my shape, which is another video I do need to do with you guys, talking about shapes and proportions. For my shape, I think this works quite well because it will accentuate my hips. snip me in at the waist a little bit, and then it doesn't hug my arms, which is just like perfect. So I saw this and I was like, oh, this is cute. And I do have to make mention to you guys that it does come in the lemon shade as well, but the chocolate I just thought was delicious. And then another blazer that I saw that I was like, ooh, again, silhouette. Asos are doing really, really well with the blazers that are well tailored. And I've bought one or two in the past, and it definitely does what it says on the packet. Like this is actually one of my favorite ones that I saw so far, because I love the fact that it has no collar, no lapels. It still cinches you in. There's basically no hardware, no buttons or anything like that. It's just a very clean, almost clinical silhouette, but I love that. It comes in an olive shade and it comes in a black as well. I would literally just go for the olive based on the fact that I have enough black blazers, and I really, really like the silhouette of this. As you can see, it's a bit more of like a grey olive rather than a green olive. But this is again something that will work really well in my wardrobe. I love everything about it. I love the fact that it's a V neckline. I love the fact that you've kind of got the stitch detailing. You can see where it cinches in. The arm's length looks nice and long. It's just a little thing that my eyes are picking up on. Even having the pockets sort of like around the hips just helps accentuate that area, but still everything is super, super sleek. So yeah, that was something else that I saw that I just thought could be really lovely. So immediately added it to the list when I saw it. I thought I added the same thing twice, and I realized I did because I selected a size at some point. This one is selling out, honeys. I went for a size 10 only because the 12 looks like it's not available, so I'll probably wait. I could try the 10 and see, because sometimes with a sleeve like this, so as you can see, the sleeve is a bit more of like a cocoon balloon shape. With a sleeve like that, I would actually be more focused on making sure that the body is actually cinched and fits me well. So that's the only reason I thought maybe I could do a size 10 instead of a 12. But as you can see, details, it does look like it has linen in it. Oh, it is, yeah. Linen blend cinched collared blazer, collarless blazer. And actually, although linen is a material that we would typically see for the spring summer season, I think it's a really good material to carry into autumn, especially maybe in early winter, because it's light enough to not keep you too, so you're not overheating. At least that's my personal experience. When I'm layering, obviously I'm conscious about the materials that I'm mixing together. And when I'm layering, I'm also making sure that it's breathable. So I feel like a linen blazer is actually perfect, because if you're someone like me that has to commute or move around quite a bit, you don't want those heavier wool blazers just keeping you too warm and too insulated. So yeah, this would be a nice one where you can actually still wear a coat or a jacket on top of it, in my opinion. I saw Batwing and I said, oh, we are going back to like the early 2000s, maybe like 2010s, all those sort of times. Batwing, I feel like, is such a throwback of a silhouette. Dark chocolate, chocolate brown, all of those colors are very much trending this season, so we are going to see a lot of that, as you can see in some of the items I've shown you already. But I really liked this. I was like, okay, this is cute. I like the silhouette, I like the fit, it's very easygoing. I like, oh, go back onto it. I like the fact that on the neckline, you can kind of see that it's almost like a high neckline, but not a turtleneck, which I know some of the girlies don't like because it can make you feel a bit claustrophobic. So this, I think, is just like perfect. You've got the cinching at the sides, you've got the nice wide batwing sleeves. I was just like, oh, okay, bring it on back. Ruching, of course, is always going to be something that just hides a multitude of sins. It cinches you in at the right place. And I really did like this as well. It's a bit more of like a casual top, almost like an elevated basic, almost like an elevated t-shirt. Really like the sleeves, love the fact that it's got the ruching. I'm a fan of the color as well. Something to bear in mind is they call this olive too, and we saw that the blazer was olive. So, you know, you just got to kind of use your discernment to see what the color actually looks like and what you think it would work with in your wardrobe. Try not to go based off of the name, which I think most of us wouldn't do anyway. But yeah, saw that, thought it could be a really cute basic. Still adds some color and brightness to the autumn winter wardrobe, but it's wearable. At least for me, it's wearable. Now, I like the concept of this top, but looking at it, and I am being a bit cynical here, I'm just like, the finishing is not finishing. And I don't know if that's intentional. Let's look at a different color. I don't know. It looks like it would be too much work to have in my wardrobe, because it looks like something that's going to crease very easily, and it looks like something that you could have a bit of like gaping. I don't know, I like it, hence why it's in the list, but I was just like, I just think it would be too much work. And I cannot lie to you, when the days and the mornings start getting darker and the days are shorter, the last thing I want to do is faff about having to iron every piece of item in my wardrobe. Absolutely not. But still a cute item, so I thought I'd add it. I mentioned in my Zara version of this video, like the similar Zara video I did, that the romantic sort of silhouette is definitely here to stay. So we're talking, you know, the laces, the chiffons, the billowy sort of silhouettes, the blouses with the tie details and things like that, you know, the puff cuff sleeves, very, very in. This I just thought was very cute because you've pretty much got all of those details together. It does have shoulder pads, and probably one of my cons with this top is the fact that you can see the shoulder padding. I appreciate maybe if you're a lighter complexion it might not show up as much, but one of my pet peeves is wearing cream or lighter colors and you can see like the pocket details or the shoulder pads. It's just a little off-putting, but I did think that top was cute regardless. So again, I did it for the aesthetic and the vibes, and so you guys can get the gist of items I'm looking at. This next item, oversized balloon barrel leg trousers in olive. I thought this was cute too. Look at that. Gorgeous, clean silhouette. Look at the monochromatic vibe. Gorgeous, love the high neckline as well. For my modest dressers, perfect. Like these trousers give you silhouette that you can wear something slightly more fitted, not tight on top. High neck, give you some long sleeves, tutti. So yeah, I saw this and I was like, okay, this is definitely a vibe. My main criticism would be if it's too short on my legs. I just feel like it doesn't match the aesthetic of what I feel like a balloon trouser should look like if it's too short. I just feel like it's something different altogether. But yeah, saw that in olive, a nice sort of variation from black, brown, and sort of the other colors that we see again and again in autumn, winter. Olive is like a nice mix to that. I mean, we see the khakis and we see sort of like the army greens, but yeah, olive could be cute. And then this top, I have this top in the buttermilk, chef's kiss. It has such a thickness and stretch to it that it just feels like it's holding you, but it's not tight. And it is really well because it has like the curved hem. It looks really good with trousers, jeans, skirts, whatever you wear on the bottom, because it kind of leaves enough space for there to not necessarily be a gap. It's not super cropped. It is a baby tee, but it's not super cropped. Like even here, you see how you have that slither of skin? I'm just like, yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect, perfect, perfect. And again, for someone like me who wears a lot of wide leg bottoms, sometimes the outfit could look a bit heavier. So I look for little breaks in the outfit, little breaks in my body like that kind of help everything look a bit more coherent. I actually added the green to my wish list, but I think the purple is somewhere there as well. Yeah, I can see I've already saved it. I really love the purple, and purple is a big color this season. So if that is your vibe, if that's your shade, then you are about to be swimming in it. And then this Topshop top, I just think it's gorgeous. The asymmetric detail, the fact that it's like on the shoulders, but it's like you've still got this really nice wide area here to play around with and it's accessorized. I just thought it was cute. And in the right size as well, I think it would just fit. ASOS, 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 Topshop and ASOS. I just think it will fit really, really well. So I added that as well. Okay, so now we're kind of getting into the items that have been sitting in my basket. I'm gonna skim through some of these, but this bag, for example, really love this bag. I think this is something I actually am gonna pick up because again, for work, I think it would be perfect. It would be really good just space-wise, and there's nothing really going on with it. Hardware, all of that stuff. It's just really simple, spacious, and the material and the color I think is chef's kiss. I was toying between the darker brown, like the chocolate, and this shade, but I think I like the khaki better. Let me know what you guys think below, because the chocolate sort of dark brown is gorgeous, do not get me wrong, but I am really feeling the khaki as well. There's something just a little bit different about it. I actually am gonna add these to my basket. I love the simplicity of them. I just love how simple they are. They don't have a lot going on. They're flat enough, but not super, super flat. The only thing is it doesn't have any ratings, but I'm gonna trust and believe because ASOS Design is one of the brands on ASOS that I just swear by. So yeah, I think these are absolutely gorgeous and will just be perfect for my wardrobe. I did also see these as well. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay. So, I was gonna say I really love the silhouette of these, and I think maybe they came as like a recommendation somewhere else because I did not see the rest of this selection. Even the off-white. Oh, you stop it right now. You stop it right now. And it does have some ratings. What do the reviews say? They never disappoint. I know that's right. Very comfortable and stylish. Okay. Okay. Huns, I'm going to need your help. This chocolate is nasty work. That is beautiful. This literally made me gasp. However, I do have my Zara shoes, if you do recall, the square toe loafers, which are in a cow print, so kind of teetering on the same, but they are different. And then even these, Asos needs to just holler at me because I would literally pick one of each. These are gorgeous. Oh, I don't know what to do with myself. Okay, let's just add. No, I think it's the brown. I think it's gonna be the brown. That's so naughty. Okay, guys, save it, add to the bag, let's move on. These trousers, I'm so mad at myself that I didn't just purchase this when I saw them. When I looked at them, I was just like, oh, they look like they're lean a bit pinkish, as you can kind of see in this image. I was like, is that brown or is that like a terracotta sort of? I didn't know what shade it was, so I was like, all right, I'll think about it. And I will always advocate for like thinking about what you're about to purchase and just sitting in that decision first. But they're out of stock, and one thing about Asos, when it says out of stock, you'll be lucky if he actually comes back. But my notification is on, we're gonna wait and see. This jacket is another one that I'm like chef's kiss. First of all, her braids are gorgeous as well. Like, are we like fresh? The only reason, she kind of looks like Aaliyah's face. No? Just me? I feel like that side profile is kind of giving like they could be cousins. Anyway, only reason I'm like Racheal chill is I have a healthy amount of jackets and coats, but this is gorgeous. That khaki, again, khaki and olive, as I've mentioned already. It's got the check print. I love the leather sort of collar detail. I just think it's really, really, really gorgeous. And they do have different variations, but this one definitely was speaking to me, so that's the one I added to my list. This skirt is another one that I'm waiting to come back. You know, I like the concept of it. I like the flowiness of it. Again, check print, we said already. And is there anything else to mention? Not really. We're kind of getting into the older pieces. This arranged blazer, I honestly just can't bring myself to pay that price point. But I know it's gorgeous. And I know it would make sense. Like, are you seeing the detail? I know it would make so much sense. But £120, and I'm gonna want the set. I would want the trousers as well. So we're talking £200. We're gonna have to, ooh, it's just the details. But yeah, that's pretty much all the bits and bobs that I will show you for now. And then there's just a lot of jewelry and stuff. But like I said, I will make this into a nice, pretty list for you guys and share it with you so you can shop some of the pieces that I've shown you today. Okay, my angels, that is the end of the video. If you have made it to the end of the video, leave a flag emoji. I don't know why. I'm just trying to think of something we haven't done before. Leave a flag emoji. Let me know what country you come from, right? Let me know what country you come from. Leave a note to say what country maybe you want to visit. Leave a flag emoji. Whichever country you want, leave a flag emoji in the comment section. Until the next one, my darlings, listen, the shopping is shopping, but I have behaved myself. I am chilling. Those loafers though, those are the sort of things where I'm like, no, if I was to miss out on that, I would be gutted. So yes, I have to make a decision. I will only get one of the 4 that we were looking at, but I will pick one. So let me know below which ones you think I should go for. I'm teetering on the brown and the animal print, but do let me know what you think. But yeah, guys, I hope you have had or are having an amazing September, a lovely autumn. Well, technically, summer ends on the 21st. So, you know, let's not be premature, but you might see this after that actually. So I hope you're having an amazing autumn. I hope you are enjoying September. I hope you are well. And just remembering life is for the living. And yeah, as always, stay well, stay blessed, good vibes only, and I will see you guys in the next one. Sunday 7 p.m. Make sure you subscribe and join memberships if you want to. Thank you. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.